Hello and welcome. It's Tuesday. We're going to move and shout. I'm Lauren Lewis with Power for Parkinsons. Let's get to it. Today we're going to be working on strengthening our body. We're going to be using a ball today, but not for bouncing. We're going to be using the ball for resistance. We're going to be squeezing it in different areas with our legs, with our arms, with our hands, in an effort to really build and work on strengthening our muscles, working on strengthening our legs, our abs, our chest, our shoulders, and also working on core. And of course, all of the different symptoms of Parkinson's disease will also be included. So you will need a ball or something that you can squeeze. You don't want something too small like a pillow or a sponge. You want something maybe just a little thicker, maybe a little bigger pillow, something you can really get a good squeeze out of, and you don't want to hurt your knees or your hands. If you don't have that, you can work against your own body, which is fine. You can squeeze your hands, squeeze your legs together, squeeze your elbows together. You can still work on this without, if you don't have a ball or anything for resistance. So don't worry about that. Today's exercise is meant to be done seated because we're going to be using both legs. So it's safer and better if you are seated. So I think we've kind of covered it all. Let's get started. We're going to start by sitting nice and tall in our chair. Make sure you have water nearby. Make sure your feet are directly underneath you. Come off the back of your chair so you're sitting tall and already engaging your abdominals. We're going to start by bringing those arms directly in front, and we're going to start by closing and opening those hands, working on hand grip, strength, and also working on circulation and working on those fingers, working open and close. So here we go. We're going to say together, open, close, go, open, close, open, close, open, close, open, close, open, close, open, right, left, open, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, both hands, open, close, 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 left, right, left, right, left, right, and shake it out. Nice work. Good. All right, we're going to continue warming up. Let's get our vocals warmed up. We're going to bring those arms all the way overhead. Look to make sure you are fully extended. Now we're not just warming up, we're making sure that our body is fully extended, working on range of motion, something that very often you don't even realize you're not fully extending. So let's make sure we start there. Then we're going to stretch out to the side and down to the floor as we hold the letter A for about 10 seconds. Here we go. Join me. Arms all the way overhead. Together we sing. A. Nice work. And release those shoulders. Good. Let's do one more. Now we're going to look for a smile. In addition to warming up our vocals, we're also warming up our facial expressions, our muscles in our face. Sitting nice and tall. Arms overhead, full range of motion. We're going to sing the letter B. Here we go. B. All right, are we filling up our lungs and using as much oxygen as we can? Nice work. We're going to continue warming up. Let's use our legs first, and then we'll invite the rest of our body to warm up. We're going to start off with warming up our legs, but not just our legs, our ankles as well. This is important for gait, making sure that you're lifting your toes and your heels when you walk. You want to remind yourself to do that. So we'll warm up and remind ourselves in our first exercise. So we're going to go heel, toe, heel, toe. Notice I'm dropping that heel and lifting the toe as I warm up. Heel, toe, heel, toe. Heel, toe, heel, toe. Bigger. Heel, toe, heel, toe. Go. Heel, toe, heel, toe. Again. Heel, toe, heel, toe, heel, toe, heel. And the arms, we go front and back. We go open and close. Front, back, front, back, front, back, front, back, front, back, front. Make it big. Go front, back, front, and out and in. Out and in. Good. Out, in, out. Use those arms. Come on. Out, in, out, in, out, in, out. Four more. It's out, in, out, in, out, in, out. Put it together. Front, back, out, and in. Go front, back, out, in. Again, front, back, out. Have you got it? Front, back, out. Two more. It's front, back, out, in. Front, back, out. Now watch. Up, down, up, down. Again, up, down, up. One arm at a time. Up, down, up. Really stretch. Up, down, 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 up. Put it together. Front, back, out, in, up, down, up, down. Good. Front, back, out, in, up, down, up. Again. Front, back, out, in, up, down, up. Two more times. Front, back, out, in, up, down, up. Last time. Front, back, out, in. Good. Up, down, up. Now watch. Cross, pull, then cross and pull. Cross, pull, big cross, pull, cross and pull. Go right, pull, left, pull, both cross and pull. Cross, pull, cross, pull, cross and pull. Cross, pull, cross, pull, cross. Two more. Cross, pull, cross, pull, cross again. Cross, pull, cross, pull, cross from the top. Front, back, out, in, up, down, cross, pull, cross, pull, cross from the top. Front, back, out, in, up, down, cross, pull, cross again. Front, back, out, in, up, down, cross, pull, cross and pull. Front, back, out, in, up, down, cross, pull, cross. Now faster. Front, back, out, in, up, down, cross, pull, cross, and faster. Front, back, out, in, up, down, cross, pull, cross and pull. It's front, back, out, in, up, down, cross, pull, cross again. Front, back, out, in, up, down, cross, pull, cross. Last time. Front, back, out, in, up, down, cross, pull, cross, and pull. All right, how we doing? Warming up? Grab some water, and I think we're going to get right into it. Here we go. First exercise, let's grab that ball. And as I said, we're going to be using the ball for strengthening our body today. So I'm going to ask you to take that ball, sitting nice and tall, put the ball between your knees. Now we're going to squeeze that ball, strengthening our legs, working on leg strength. And we're going to work on heel, toe. There's a lot of ways you can do this. There's a lot of modifications in different areas and different ways you can do this, depending on your strength and where you are. So you can go front, back, heel, toe, or front, back, back. Both legs are moving. So we're not just strengthening our leg by squeezing that ball. We're also strengthening our core by using both legs and squeezing our legs together. So there's a lot of strength going on in this first exercise. Front, back, back, front. Now watch the arms. Front, back, 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 and back. You're going to feel that right here in your quads and the top of your legs and in your core. Some of you may say, I can do that. I'm going to make it a little more fun for those of you that have no problem with this. You are going to get tired, so you can use any of those levels. Any of those options are great for you. If you get tired, bring it down. But for some of you, you may want to just go for it. And here's what I mean by that. Front, back, 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 front, and back. Now you're really working those legs, strengthening those legs, and they're all good. Every one of those levels are good. Right here is perfect because we're working on ankle as well as leg and core. Here is great. Also strengthening, squeezing that ball, and of course lifting off the floor just a little harder. More fun. Let's add our music and work on the first part of our first exercise. Strengthening our legs, range of motion. Here we go. 4, 3, 2, it's a fun song. Front, back, front, back, again, front, back, front. Use those arms, strong, front, back, front, back, again, front, back, front, back, front, back, front, back, full legs, front. Try to straighten those legs no matter what you're doing, straighten it out, front, back, front, back, keep going, front, back, front, back again, front, back, front, back, 2 more, front, back, front, last time, both arms, front, back, and front, and hold. All right, I'm feeling it in my legs and my arms are moving, I'm getting my circulation going. We are starting off big. I'm going to add the second part of our first exercise is really just adding on to the pattern. But we're also working on range of motion. So I'm still looking for full extending those arms. So we started out with front, back, front, back. Now I'm going to use both arms, front, back, and then go up, straight up, open by your ears, straight up, overhead, up and down. The pattern again. Front, back, both, front, back, then up and down, front, back, both, front, back, up and down, front, back, both, front, back, up and down. And you're really not warming, but using those legs. We are working. Let's put our music back on, put our first part of our first exercise together. As I said, we're starting off big. Here we go. Front, back, go. Front, back, both, front, back, lift, up and down again, front, back, both, front, back, up, down again, front, back, reach, front, back, both, front, back, up and down, 2 more times, front, back, both, front, back, up, last time, front, back, back, up and hold. Don't forget, we're still squeezing those legs together, so we're strengthening everything. All right, third part, I guess, of our first exercise. So we're working on range of motion and strengthening. So the next part, we're going to start with our left arm instead of the right. And we're going to go, we've gone up and forward. Now we're going to go out, fully extended. Out, in, practice with me. Out, in, all the way. Out, in, and the legs are still going. Out, in, out, in, out, in, out, and in. Again, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, and hold. Let's finish the pattern, and then we'll put the whole first exercise together. So we've gone out and in. We're going to continue with the pattern. Out, in, out. Now watch. We're going to make a V. We've already gone up. We're going to make a V here. A nice big extended arms are in a V. Up, down, and then we make a reversed V. Down and up. Out, in, up, down, down, and up. It's out, in, reach, up, down, down again, out, in, up, down, down, one more, out, in, up, down, for the top, from the top, front, back, both, front, back, up. Now the left arm, out, in, good, out, in, go, up, down, down, and up. And oh boy, we haven't even added the music yet, and my legs are tired. Let's add our music, put our first exercise together, and see how we do. Here we go. 4, 3, front, back, arms. Front, back, front, both, front, back, reach, up and down, left arm goes out, in, up, down, down from the top again, front, back, nice, front, both arms, front, back, up, left arm goes out, really reach, out, now up, down, down, let's do it 2 more times, front, back, front, both arms, front, back, up, down, left, out, in, up, down, down, last time I promise, front, back, both, front, back, up, left arm, out, in, big, out, in, reach, up, down, down, and up. All right, grab some water. You're doing great. I warned you, this is about strength. We've got that ball, we're squeezing that ball, using a lot of different muscles and very differently than we're used to. Adding that resistance with the ball is really great. Second exercise, again, working on strength. We're going to take that ball from between our knees and we're going to grab it in the right hand. Now we're working on hand grip strength, finger dexterity. We're working on possibly calming or controlling tremors. We're going to squeeze that ball nice and tight. Take the right side of the body and we're going to squeeze out to the side. Notice I'm squeezing. I'm going to rotate my hand so you can see it. So we're going to go out, then reach up, then squeeze out and in and switch hands. Again, we've done this movement before for a different reason. This time we're doing it for hand strength and gripping. So it's squeeze, up, out, and in, out, up, out, in, squeeze, out, and in, leg out, and in, out, squeeze, out, and in. You got it? Out, and in, out, and in. We're going to add our music and work on really squeezing this ball, working on hand dexterity and strength. Here we go. 4, 3, right side leads. Here we go. Out, in, out, straighten that arm. Here we go. Out,
just an average girl
out,
with an average
in,
life. I
out,
work from 9 to 5.
out,
Hell, I pay
again, reach,
All I
out,
want is be left
up,
alone
out,
in my average
in,
home. But
out,
why do I always
up,
feel
out, just a few more, make it big, out, in, out, out, one more each side, out, in, out, up. Now put that ball between your legs and go front,
when I come home at
back,
night,
yes, front, both arms,
I
front,
bolt the door
back,
real tight.
up. Now the left arm leads,
People
out,
call me on the
in,
phone, I'm trying to
out,
avoid.
in,
Well, can the people on
up,
TV see me
down,
from my
squeeze to the right,
When
out,
I'm a shower,
up,
I'm afraid
out,
to wash my hair.
in,
'Cause I
out,
open my eyes and
up,
find someone
out,
standing there.
in, squeeze it,
People
out,
say I'm crazy,
up,
just
out,
a little touch.
in,
But maybe
out,
showers remind
up,
me of cycles.
out, one more each side, go, out, and in, squeeze, out,
And I have no privacy.
out, and hold. You feeling that, huh? Good, great, nice work. The second part of our second exercise, we're working on so much. Good for you, you're doing great. I'm gonna add a cognitive challenge, like we don't have enough going on. So the cognitive challenge, we've gone the same side, we're squeezing, we're pulling our belly in, we're working on strength. Second part, opposites. Still squeezing the ball. We're not going to stop that. That's what the ball is. We're using the ball for resistance training today. So we're going to squeeze the ball, but use our opposite leg out, in, out, in, out, in, out. Just the right side. Out, up, and in. Left, out, up, out. Opposites go out, in, squeeze, out, in, squeeze, out, in, out. Just the right side, out, up, out, and in, switch, out, up, out. Now the opposites, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. Have you got it? I think you do. Let's add our music and add that second exercise to our first. We're going to start with the second exercise, then go back to the first. Here we go. Out, up, out, switch sides, squeeze,
I'm
out,
just an average
up,
girl.
out. Now
With
those
an average
opposites,
life. I
out,
work from 9 to
in,
5. Hey,
out,
hell, I pay the
in,
price.
good,
All I
out,
want is be left
in,
alone.
out, just the
My
right
average
side,
girl.
squeeze,
But
out,
why do I always
up,
feel like
out,
I'm in a twilight
switch,
zone and I
out,
always feel
up, out, opposite, squeeze, out,
and I
in,
have no
out,
privacy.
in, out, in. One more time, just that right side, squeeze, out,
Tell
up,
me, is it just a
out,
dream?
switch,
When
out,
I come home at
up,
night,
out, opposites,
I
out,
bolt the door
in,
real tight.
out, in,
People
out,
call me on the
in. Think
phone,
ahead
trying
from
to
the top.
avoid.
We're gonna go
People on
front,
TV see me
back,
for my
front,
just paranoid.
back, both,
When I'm in
front,
the shower,
back,
I'm afraid
up.
to
The
wash
left
my
arm
hands.
leads,
'Cause I
out,
might open my eyes and
in,
find someone
out,
standing there.
in, reach,
People
up,
say I'm crazy,
down,
just
out,
a
right
little
side
touch.
squeeze,
But maybe
out,
showers remind
up,
me of cycles
out,
too much.
switch,
That's why
out,
I always feel
up, out, opposite, out,
and I
in,
have no privacy.
out, in, out, in, out, and hold. Nice job. Good for you. Grab some water, take a break, release those arms, maybe working on those hands a lot. Give them a little break. This may be a good place for you to take a little break, put the video on hold, get some water, and just kind of release those arms, shake them out. If not, let's continue on our third exercise. Now we're going to work on strengthening the legs again. We started with the squeeze. Now we're going to be lifting the legs, strengthening them by lifting. We start off with that right hand. We're going to lift the left. Opposites, we're working contralaterally, reminding the body to use opposites when we walk. Using it, it makes you more balanced. It's safer for you. So we're going to take that right hand and the left leg, and we're going to start with a fully extended leg. The leg is fully extended. We're going to go under, over 3 times. But watch, I'm not going to drop my leg. Watch. Under, 1, 2, 3, and I end with a kick and switch. And again, starting with a straight leg, keeping it up off the floor, so we're really strengthening that leg. 3 bends or 3 kicks and 1 big kick. Here we go. 1 over under, 2 over under, 3 and kick, switch. 1 straight leg and bend, 2 bend, 3 and kick, switch. 1 bend, 2 bend, 3 bend, kick, switch. 1 bend, 2, keep it high, 3 and kick, switch. 1 bend, 2 bend, 3 bend, kick, and hold. The ball is helping to keep that leg up in the air. That's what we're doing with the ball. It's fun and it's good, but what we're really doing is keeping that leg nice and high, lifting that leg, strengthening and working on lengthening and strengthening those legs. Nice work. Let's add the music to this exercise and see how that feels. Right hand, left leg straight first. Here we go. 1, bend, 2, bend, say it, 3, bend and kick. Switch legs, count with me. 1, bend, 2, bend, 3, bend and kick. Do it again. 1, bend, 2, bend, 3, bend and kick. Switch. 1, woohoo, 2, 3, kick. Let's do it again. 1, 2, 3, and kick. Last time. 1, straighten that leg. 2, 3, and from the top, front, back, it's front, back, both front, back, up, and left arm out, in, in, reach, up, down. Now we're gonna squeeze that right side out, up, squeeze, in, out, up, out, opposites, out, in, out, in, out, in. Get ready, under for 3, 1, bend, 2, bend, 3, bend and kick, switch it, 1, bend, 2, bend, 3, bend and kick again, 1, bend, 2, bend, 3, bend and kick, switch legs, 1, bend, 2, bend, 3, bend and kick. Nice work. All right. Not quite as hard as you probably thought it was going to be when I said you had to hold that leg up, but a lot of work just the same, working on core as much as it doesn't feel like it. A lot of core and, of course, leg strength. And I think we've got a little cognitive remembering how many, what number, bend straight. So we've got the brain working nicely as well. We're going to move on. We're going to work on another area to strengthen. Now we're going to work on strengthening our shoulders, chest, arms. Use the ball for resistance. Again, I'm going to ask you to take that ball with your palms instead of your hands. We've already used our fingers. Used our hands. Now I want you to use your palms. Elbows are going to go out to the side, and we're going to squeeze that ball using your chest and shoulders. Squeeze. And when we're squeezing, we're going to jump those legs out. So now we're using our core as well. So it's squeeze in, go, squeeze in, bigger, squeeze in, squeeze in, squeeze in, squeeze in. Use your palms, use those palms again. Squeeze in, squeeze in, squeeze in, squeeze and in. Before we add the music, I'm going to add the second part to this exercise. So we're squeezing here. Let's add some rotation in the wrist. This is also important for dexterity, for using your hands. So we're going to add a full range of motion here. We're going to bring that ball in front, but rotate at the wrist. Rotate forward and back. Full range of motion, forward and back. And we're going to add an alternating heel toe. So, and let's count by twos. It's just more fun than ones. 2, 4, 6. Put it together with the squeeze. 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 Count for 2. 2, 4, 6, 8. Squeeze. Squeeze. 2, 4, 6, 8. Squeeze. Got it? Squeeze. 2, 4, 6, and 8. Make sure you're using those arms in full range of motion, using your wrists. Let's add our music and add this to our already established exercises. Start with the last one, then we'll take it from the top. Here we go. 4, 3, 2, squeeze. 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 Front. 2, 4, 6, 8. Squeeze. Bigger. Come on. Squeeze. Now count. 2, 4, 6, 8. Squeeze. Squeeze. Count. 2, 4, 6, 8. Squeeze. Squeeze. Count. 2, 4. From the top. Front. Back. Front. Both arms. Front. Back. Up and left arm out. In. Out. In. Up. Down. Down. Right side. Squeeze. Out. Up. Squeeze. Out. And in. Switch. Out. Up. Out. Opposites. Out. In. Out. In. Out. In. Out. Straight leg under. Go. 1. Bend. 2. Bend. 3. Ready. Kick. Switch legs. Go. 1. Bend. 2. Bend. 3. Bend. Kick. And squeeze. Squeeze. Count. 2, 4, 6. Squeeze. 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 Count. 2, 4, 6, 8. Squeeze. squeeze, count. 2, 4, 6, 8, hold. All right, I'm feeling that in my arms, in my chest, in my shoulders, certainly my legs. Ha! Yay! One last piece and we'll put the whole thing together. We're going to continue with this same pattern, 2 squeezes and then fast alternating, but we're going to make it just a little more fun. The last piece, we started with squeezing right here at the chest using shoulders. Now we're going to change the angle and the direction, which will work the same muscle but slightly differently, and you'll feel it because we're going to go out with the legs, but the arms are going to go up. But it's not enough to go up because, again, we're working on resistance today. So I'm going to ask you to squeeze that ball overhead. Squeeze, squeeze, then front, 2, 3, and overhead. Squeeze, squeeze, front, back, front, front, front. Put it together. Squeeze, squeeze. Count 2, 2, 4, 6, 8. Ready? Squeeze, squeeze. Count backwards. 8, 6, 4, and 2. Squeeze. Got it? Squeeze. Count 2s. 2, 4, 6, 8. Squeeze, squeeze. Pat backwards. 8, 6, 4, 2. Have you got what I'm asking you to do? Counting forward by 2s. First time, counting back by 2s from 8. 8, 6, 4, 2. You're going to have to think about everything, where your arms are, where you're squeezing, what number we're on, all of those things. So we're going to take our and that's the whole routine. We're going to take that last exercise, put it together, start with the last one, put it together, and then start from the front, from the first exercise, and see, we should be able to get through this whole thing twice, maybe 3 times. Here we go. 4, 3, 2, squeeze those palms. Squeeze, squeeze. Count 2s. 2, 4, 6, 8. Up, squeeze, squeeze. Count backwards. 8, 4, 6, 6, 2. Squeeze, squeeze. 2s. 2, 4, 6, 8. Squeeze, squeeze. 8, 6, 8, 6, 4, 2. Again, squeeze, squeeze. Count it. 2, 4, 6, 8. Squeeze, squeeze. Count it. 8, 6, 4 from the very top. Front, back, front, back, front, back, up, down, left arm, out, in, out, in, out, down, down, right arm, right leg, out, up, out, and in, out, up, out, opposites, out, squeeze that ball, out, in, out, straight leg, under, 1, 2, 3, here comes that big kick, switch side, 1, bend, 2, lift it, 3, and kick, squeeze the palms together, out, in, squeeze, now count, 2s, 2, 4, 6, 8, squeeze, squeeze, 8 back, 8, 6, 4 from the top, front, back, front, back, front, back, up, and left arm, out, in, both, up, down, right side, squeeze, out, up, and switch, out, up, squeeze opposites, out, in, out, straight leg, kick it under, 1, 2, 3, get ready, kick, switch side, 1, 2, 3, here it comes, and kick, squeeze, 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 count 2s, 2, 4, 6, 8, squeeze, squeeze, 8, 6, 4, from the top again, front, back, front, back, front, back, lift up, left arm, out, in, out, in, up, down, right side, out, up, out, in, out, up, out, and done. We ran out of time and music. Yay! Put the balls down, relax and release all those muscles that we've been squeezing and resisting against. Great job. Give yourselves a little hand. Give yourselves a nice pat on the back. Take a moment, deep breath in with me. Exhale together. Good. Slow down that breathing. Nice work. Let's stretch it out a little, give those muscles a little break. Chin to your chest, arms to me. Let's just say ooh, because this exercise, this stretch feels so nice. Ooh. Good. Now we're going to drop those arms down to the side. Open up your chest. Throw your shoulders back, open your mouth and say, ah. Roll those shoulders, let it all release. We're going to take that right leg, bring it all the way in front, toe up, toe down, toe up, hold the stretch. Nice and easy release. Drop that toe one more time, feeling all those muscles in the front and back of your leg. And let's say the letter I together. I. Good. And release it. Left leg. We're going to start with that leg fully extended. Heel down, toe up. Drop that toe down. Lift it back up, lean gently into that leg, and let's say the letter O. O. Great job. All right. We're going to lengthen your abdominals, open up your chest and shoulders, arms, palms are up. Lifting nice and high, we're going to stretch all the way up to the ceiling as high as we can, and let's say the letter L, with using your tongue. Together, L. So we're using our mouth and our tongue and all those muscles in our face to also strengthen on our smiles and our facial expressions while we're stretching. Big arm stretch overhead. Lift your chest, your shoulders, your abdominals, your back. Feel everything lifting, lengthening, stretching. Stay right here just for a few more seconds. Release those shoulders, relax your neck. We're going to stretch your arms out to the side and down. We are finished. Let's finish with a big yay. We did a great job together. Yay! And give yourselves a hand. Give me a hand. Give yourselves a thumbs up. If you did have a good time today, if you worked hard, give that thumbs up on the bottom. Let everybody know that it was really worth your time, worth your effort, and you got a lot out of this. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you have not subscribed, please make sure to subscribe. It does help other people find us better. It doesn't cost you anything. It just helps other people. We're trying to increase our community bigger and bigger, more and more people. We're all in this together. We're all working harder and harder to get better and better. So thank you again for joining me. I will see you next time.